That sounds good. Keep your protein moderate because you want to go easy on the kidneys, but you've got to keep your protein at a good level. Every meal, 3 things: proteins, fats, carbohydrates. Fat will not make you fat. Fat's going to get you leaner. All right, it's one of the best things you can do. Look at my book, Empowering Your Health, and look at the ratios that I talk about in the anti-inflammatory diet. Go see your doctor, get some tests run so that you're not freaking out over what you read on the internet, so you know you're not going to be, in some massive disease process, so you'll have a clear mind and you can focus and get the weight off, and that's where a lot of victory is going to come with everything you're going through. Keep me posted. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open. You can shoot me an email. Theodore Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt, has our quote for the day. It's hard to fail, but it's worse never to have tried to succeed. That is a great quote. Let me read it again. Let's have a rewind. It's hard to fail, but it's worse never to have tried to succeed. So what are you waiting for? Are you scared of success? Are you scared of failure? And this could be with anything in your life, whether it is for your family, for your work. Are you just staying in a safe place because you're not willing to step out and go to that next level? It's okay. Just know that you're called to be somewhere. Whatever you're dealing with, just make sure that you want to go to the next level. But make sure that you're in your sweet spot. Take your gifts and your talents and make sure you're right in the middle of where you need to be. But, failing is difficult, no doubt about it. But you always want to do your best to try to succeed. Go for it, man. Don't just sit back and just take the easy road. Get in your sweet spot. Know that God's using you where you are, your gifts and your talents, to be a blessing. I've got people in my life that I couldn't even function with if they weren't there. And they're helping all of this come to be. Me being on the radio talking to you happens with some special people in my life that make it happen. And it's like that way in my family. It's like that way, that team mindset. What can you add to the team that you're in to make their lives better and to make an impact? We all have gifts we bring them to the table. Don't be scared to fail. Don't be scared to step out. Don't be scared to utilize who you are so that you can be an impact to make and leave this world and make this world really a better place. I was thinking about the other day, I was with a friend of mine that knows Reverend Billy Graham, who to me is an absolute hero. I've met all kinds of celebrities and people that are, at that level, and I've never met Billy Graham, Dr. Graham, but I'll tell you this. To me, I think he's just an absolutely amazing person. I think that he was called at an early age to do what God called him to do, if you believe in that kind of thing. I do. And he just finished the course. He is just, and still cranking and still going. And to think about someone like that it really stepped out on a limb, really went for it. And just to see him, pictures of him now, even still, he may even spend 5 minutes on TV doing what he does, but he's still doing it, and he loves it, and he's making an impact. So he never was scared to step out. He always took the gifts that were going to get out. So are you maxing out the gifts that you have? Because when it comes to your health, I will tell you this, that if you're on purpose and you're making a difference with what gifts you have in this life, then your health is going to thrive. You won't just barely be making it, but your health will really thrive and go to the next level. But only if you're willing to do that. We focus so much on what to take or what to eat and all these sorts of things, and they're all important. And I'll tell you, nothing's more important, I think, with our health is that living a lifestyle that's on purpose. Rick Warren wrote a book called The Purpose-Driven Life. We all saw it, right? It's in every bookshelf. It was one of the most popular books in America at one time. And it was because people are so hungry to find their purpose. They're so hungry to find out what they're made of, what they're here for. And he had such a great way of presenting that. And so with you, find that, and don't be scared to step out. And don't be scared to fail or succeed. But know that you're right in the middle of where you're supposed to be. And that's one of the greatest tools for your health all the way around. You will find that that can make you thrive and really be where you need to be more than anything else in this life. But we could talk about raw milk. We could talk about eating organic. We could talk about avoiding toxins. We could talk about all this stuff. And I enjoy talking about it. I'm into it. It's cool. But at the end of the day, you being on task, being on purpose, living the life you're designed to live with the gifts and talents and abilities that you were given, at the end of the day, is what it's all about. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open. Send me an email if you'd like. Let's go now to Camille. Hi, Camille.
Hi.
Hey, darling, how can I help?
Well, I had a fall about a month ago. I hit my two temples. I hit my head, and I hit my whole right side, and I fell on my back. I hit my back on my back porch, and I had neck trauma, and head trauma, and I broke my legs, and my right leg, I just squeezed it, it shows up like a balloon, and I can't hardly breathe anymore. I can't hardly walk or breathe or do nothing anymore.
Have you gone to see a doctor after you took that fall?
Yes, sir. I
and
did.
So everything was okay, right? They checked everything out.
Yeah. They had me on everything but a breathing machine. But they knew I know how to do the breathing myself, the breathing machine. But now I'm having trouble.
So you're having trouble with dizziness?
I had dizziness. Sir.
Okay. But they cleared you from the hospital, right? The doctor said everything was okay, and they cleared you. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So they cleared you, said everything's okay, and you should be good to go. All right. If they cleared you medically, and they said everything's all right, but you're still feeling kind of weird, and things just don't seem like they're right, then this is my thought to you, and something you want to consider. If you hit your head, then there is a lot of things that can happen, especially in the spinal column. Even in the base of the skull, we have all the different bones within the spine, and if they shift and move, especially in the first and the second bone in the neck, it can cause balance issues and dizziness because part of our brainstem goes down in that area and can be affected. So you might want to see a chiropractic physician or an osteopathic physician. Either one are well trained in that sort of thing. They can do specialized tests. They can look and figure out if the nervous system has been shifted a little bit, meaning that the nerves could be a little irritated, bones have shifted, and they could be causing some of that. Very common in this sort of situation when people take a fall. So, even in the lower back, and they can check all that out top to bottom. I would look into that, see what they can find out, keep me posted. We'll be right back. Have you been injured, had an automobile accident, or did you suffer a slip and fall at your job? Well, accidents can happen at any moment, and you don't need to live in pain. That's why American Accident Center can help you get the right doctor to treat your injury and get you to qualified attorneys that get you the cash settlement that you deserve. Most insurance companies will pay for an accident regardless of how it happened. At American Accident Center, we have doctors that you can trust. They get you to the attorneys that will fight for you and get you paid. Call American Accident Center today at 404-585-5957. That's 404-585-5957. Or visit AmericanAccidentCenter.com. That's AmericanAccidentCenter.com. Remember, if you've had an accident, been injured, had an automobile accident, you don't have to live in pain. There are qualified doctors that can help you and attorneys that will fight for you. Go to AmericanAccidentCenter.com.
To be part of the show, call 1-888-283-7272. That's 1-888-283-7272. We'll be right back. To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
Lines are open, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. What are you struggling with? Let's talk about it. Diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, fibromyalgia. The list goes on and on, doesn't it? Seems like it just drags on. You get diagnosed with one thing, then another, then another, then another. And you really can get well. You can stay well. You can live well. You can go to the next level in your health if you want to. you have to be willing. You have to want it. You have to want it badly so that you can make those choices and you can make those changes to thrive in your health. So you can have a healthier life, be that way for your family, your friends, your coworkers, your loved ones, all those that need you to be healthy. It's critical and it's vital. We're going to go to the phone lines right now and take James. James, welcome to the show.
Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you having me on the line there.
Absolutely. What can I do, friend?
Well, sir, I've got a couple of questions for you there for me. First of all, I have migraine headaches. I've had them since I was about 20. I'm 58, and they've got aggressive through the years. I'm on Topamax right now, and they don't do me a bit of good. I still have them every day, constantly. And it doesn't help me whatsoever. And I was wondering what would be the next thing or what I could get that would calm them down or what to get some peace or get them backed off a little bit. I have had a brain scan and all. There's nothing on my brain that's pressing on it that's giving me these headaches, which I fell out of a chair when I was little and had a fractured skull when I was just small. And didn't have no headaches when I was smaller, but as I grew in maturity, I started having headaches, I guess, when I was probably 19 or 20, and then they started, like I said, in mature years, started getting worse, and they have through the years, and I just can't do nothing with them.
Where do they hurt the most? When you get them, do they hurt in certain areas?
Well, they hurt from front all the way to the back, and feels like I've got some kind of vice on the back of my head, and a real tight vice, and I have to go in a bedroom, and which don't stop my headaches, and just lay down. I can't stand no noise, no light. It irritates. It makes it even worse, and it gets so bad I can't walk across the floor, and like I said, I can't stand no noise, and it just anything irritates. It makes it worse, and nothing helps it. I've even put ice packs on my head, and I just bury my head in pillows, or just put something real tight, and just as tight as I can, and which I know it's nothing good to say and all, but I've took goody powders and stuff, and something like that and all, and seemed like that would be more helpful than anything, which I know you shouldn't take them. They irritate my stomach, but to say that anything would help, it would be those, and then it takes probably 3 of those, and then I have to just, like I say, put ice packs, and I just, just have to lay in the bed, and I've had them they hurt so bad that when they do quit it, or ease up, I shouldn't say quit, they never quit, they ease up some, that when I comb my hair, my head's so sore I can't hardly run a comb through it.
Now you say you just get so painful that happens. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people can get migraines at that level, and usually as you age, they can become worse. But there's several factors. Migraine headaches, you've got 3 aspects to health, to our overall body, that you have to look at. One is kind of the mental aspect of our health. That's our brain chemistry, the neurotransmitters, and the subconscious mind. Then you've got the chemical side of health, which is kind of your body physiology, how your heart, liver, lungs, kidneys, all of that works. And then you've got the structural side, bones, muscles, nerves, acupuncture, meridian points that need to be checked out. I mean, all of that comes into play. So when you have something going on, whatever it is, heart disease, diabetes, back pain, neck pain, headaches, whatever, you have to look at all 3 sides, because everything affects everything. It really does. And that concept, and really looking at that simple aspect of health, when you look at your body and you kind of look at the way that your body's being handled right now, and the headaches that you're dealing with, you've dealt with them from an early age, right? You've kind of dealt with them all your life. So you really haven't done much but take medicine for it. And that leads me to say this. I mean, if we do the same thing over and over again, expect different results, then that's not the best option. So here's what is a good option, all right? You have to get radical. You have to be completely radical from what you've ever done before to expect something and get something new that you've never seen. And what that means is doing things totally different, eating different than you've ever eaten before, cutting out foods that would create food allergies, such as wheat. So breads, pastas, cereals, crackers, probably a lot of the foods that you eat on a regular basis. Cow's milk, dairy that's pasteurized, cutting that out and just completely getting it out of your diet for about 4 weeks and see how the body changes. These are some basics that are pretty typical that a lot of doctors will do, okay? So these are just some things I'm listing out for you. So, I mean, those are something to think about as far as the food aspect goes. Now, there's a host of issues. You can get some testing done by your physician. They can check out and find all of these key factors and see what's bothering you, see what's built up, see what's not working well. So even though they've done their scans and all the traditional medical tests, I would look a little bit deeper. I would look at blood work from a nutritional perspective to make sure that there's not something that's just being missed that you're nutritionally deficient in. And you can get some blood work done. Natural Care Network is a really good company that can get this type of thing done, and you can find out all your nutritional deficiencies based on your blood work. So those kind of things are just vital at finding the answers that you're looking for. So a couple things to think about. Stay in touch and keep me posted. But I can tell you a couple things. All right, not knowing blood test results and all of that, I would go see one of those physicians, either an osteopathic physician or a chiropractic physician, but change the way you eat. One thing I can tell you is to make sure that you get everything where it needs to be as far as your health goes by the things that you're eating every single day, because you're literally, the foods that you eat every single day matter. And when it comes to your health, it's just so important to get your foundation right, especially if you're dealing with these sorts of things from a long period of time. And as you age, they're going to get worse just because it just is what it is. We age, the aging process, poor food choices, poor lifestyle choices, it's just becomes an issue. So a couple things to think about. Keep me posted on how that goes. But look at my book, Empowering Your Health. I think that'll be a great asset and a great resource for you in the days to come. All right, 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open. You can also go online, getwellradio.com. That's getwellradio.com. You want to shoot me an email, I'll be glad to make it part of the show. And also, we've got our preferred wellness providers. These are providers that believe the same way I do, and we have one in each city that you're listening to the show in. So if you want to find someone locally in your area that believes a lot of this nutrition and lifestyle-based health care, we'll be glad to help. You've got an entire preferred wellness provider team that works on this for you. They can facilitate that and get you the help that you need. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Questions about your health? We've got answers for you. And this show's about you. It's about your health. It's about your life. And that's what we want to talk about with you on the show. Now, here's another key too. Very, very important to understand. You can always shoot me an email. We've got one in right now. John in Miami, Florida writes, I've been struggling with benign prostatic hypertrophy. Now, what that is basically it's a swollen prostate. And swollen prostate is really a challenge. I love these emails because, really, a lot of times people have a hard time calling in, and the emails are so important. So really the bottom line is for BPH, that's what we call it for short. It's just a swollen prostate, that's all it is. And that happens to a lot of guys over the age of about 35 or 40. Very common, because what happens is testosterone begins to drop, and when testosterone begins to drop, then you have a rise in DHT, dihydrotestosterone. When you get a rise in DHT, then it can cause the prostate to swell. Guys, it also causes your hair to fall out. So it has kind of a double-edged sword to it. But here's the deal. Easy to do to really support the prostate. And one of the best ways to do that is simply this little protocol right here. Pumpkin seed oil, really got some good research behind it. Saw palmetto, zinc is really good too, guys, because zinc is one of the top minerals that we lose under a lot of stress in our lives. So zinc plays a big role. You want to look into that. And then also avocados. Avocados contain beta-sitosterol, which is an incredible component, tons of research on it for BPH and overall protection of the prostate. Avocado a day, my little saying is, keeps prostate issues away. Lycopene in tomatoes plays a big role too. So a couple things to think about. Cod liver oil as well. When you're looking at the prostate, BPH, sometimes they want to use certain medications that can be helpful, but I would ask your doctor if they're okay with you going more of a natural route first, because the nutritional deficiencies really can make a difference. 888-283-7272. Lines are open. 80% of the health challenges we face today are diet and lifestyle related. Did you know that? So diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, fibromyalgia, depression, anxiety. Yep, they sure did. They coined the term 80% are diet and lifestyle related. So the good news is that if it's diet and lifestyle related, what does that mean? It means that we have a lot of stuff to do with our poor choices about how our body ends up breaking down. So that's good news. I'm not pointing the finger at you. I'm pointing the finger at me and everybody else. So here's the hope. If you can lifestyle your way into getting sick, you can lifestyle your way out and get well. Stay well and live well. That's what the show is all about. We'll be right back.